gentlemen, I must say that I danced a lot in Freetown when I was given the symbol, but this was a real one for me in the US because since I returned last Tuesday, I've been sick. When a 53-year-old man is trying to be a 19-year-old man, the after effect is very grave. First of all, let me say I've known Ivy for almost 28 years now. This is the most she has ever said about me. As a matter of fact, this is the most she has ever said about anybody. I think I should have declared to run for an office long time ago. I believe I would have been able to get some feedback from her. But, ladies and gentlemen, my decision to go back home to get involved in Sierra Leone came about due to the support that I've received from the wonderful woman that I've ever met in my life, Mrs. Dinko. I want you all to join me to thank Ivy not only for what she has done to me, but to all of you who are my relatives and friends. You can testify that she has been very accommodating to all my people. Taking into consideration the situation that we find ourselves in America, my mother came here and stayed here 5 years with Ivy. And when my mother was living, the unexpected would happen. My mother was crying for Ivy, Ivy was crying for my mother. But I wasn't crying for nobody because I want my mother to leave. I want my mother to leave because when I want to go out on a weekend, Ivy don't like to go out. I will dress my mother and tell Ivy, go put your mind by short leg, no go nowhere. Ivy will not say nothing to me. When I return home, trying to do what the husband is supposed to do, then Ivy will say, don't touch me. I would have listened to your mother. Then I say, oh, my mother is here to cause problems. Okay, all right. So when my mother said she was leaving, I was really happy. But Ivy made my mother happy for 5 years in the US. And I think, taking into consideration the relationship some of us have with our mother-in-laws in America, I am very grateful to this woman. I'm also thankful to my kids because 10 years I've worked with the UN, I've been traveling. Ivy has been there as a mother and a father. Everything has been easier for her, not only because of the prayers and the blessings of God, but because we have kids that are very, very obedient and respectful. So I want to thank Ivy and I want to thank my 3 beautiful children for being there for me. Because when you are away, the worst thing you want to hear is that you have problems at home. When you tell the UN that I have to run home because my daughter is involved in trouble, or I have to run home because my son is in trouble, they'll say, okay, we'll give you a one-way ticket. When you go, don't come back. Oh, they're very fast to do that. So I want to thank them very much. Tonight, I want to thank every one of you that is here today. I can see amongst all of you people from different political parties. This is what I was expecting. This is what I was expecting because regardless of the fact that we all belong to different political parties, we are all Sierra Leoneans. And even though I am confident that the Sierra Leone People's Party will win the election, we still will we still will accept used to know Sierra Leone in the 70s and the 80s. Ladies and gentlemen, the message I have for you is for you to know that number one, this hat is the symbol of SLPP given to me for this kid. Yes. And I hear you now. Ladies and gentlemen, the other information, the other greetings I have for you, I want you all as proud Sierra Leoneans to listen to me. The civil war in Sierra Leone is finished. I traveled from Freetown. To Boro for the SLPP convention. I left Freetown 5 o'clock in the evening. I saw 4 vehicles break down in the middle of the forest. The drivers were just laying down on top of the bumpers, waiting for help, with no threats of rebels might come from the bush. Even the vehicle that I was traveling, they had a flat about 15 miles from Bo. We came down, changed the tires, get back into our vehicle. Every vehicle that is going by, back and forth, will stop by and say, hey, we are on an area, say, yeah, we are all right. They will pass and they go their way, and we fixed the tires, and we went back to Bo Town with no problem. So Sierra Leone is back to where we used to be. I would also like to tell you that last Tuesday, we had what we call nomination day. People came on the radio, called on President Jakaba to have military troops out in the streets. You know, I don't know, I think for the past 20 years, when they say nomination, it means what we call katakata. People have to go buy their food and store it in the house, bring water in the house, bring farina and gari and all the stuff in the house. They called on the president said, listen, I want you to listen, ladies and gentlemen. The president said, listen, Sierra Leoneans are tired of war, Sierra Leoneans are tired of fighting, are not putting any military or any police in the street, and people are not going to fight. The nomination went peacefully with not a single stone thrown at anybody. Ladies and gentlemen, we have gone down to the lowest that we can go. Sierra Leone has nowhere else to go but home. That is why the slogan of the SLPP is the only way forward, the only way out, the only way through and power to the people. That is our message. Let me tell you what happened. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you what happened. We that are contesting in the Eastern Bloc, we went for our nomination at Waterloo, while the President and the Western Bloc area, Western area part, from Central 1 all the way to West 3, they went to the Freetown City Council for the nomination. While we are at Waterloo, waiting for the Secretary General of SLPP and the Regional Chairman, Mr. Emmanuel Grant, to come to Waterloo to nominate us, APC came with what we call, we were dancing, you know SLPP, we have this boy and all this music, we were dancing. I'm sorry we don't have a big screen. I have it on video. I'll show it to people. But the APC guys, after they went in, complete their nomination, they came to us and they danced with us. Yes! They danced with us, we hugged each other, and then they jumped in their vehicle and went away. Johnny Paul's people came, they request, needless to say, we were in the majority at the point of nomination. Because we went there with all the crowd, all the drummers, all the Gumbe, even we put on the pattern there. I cannot go for nomination without Kodemata, forget it. That's my culture. And they came, they nominated their people, they came out, they danced, and they left. Peacefully. At the end, at 4 o'clock when nomination was closed, not a single information of any fighting or disturbance happened in Serbia. So, our country is going forward. But let me tell you one thing, ladies and gentlemen. Let us be honest to each other. Somebody mentioned that I have a slogan in my manifesto saying, country first. Let me tell you something. I had a very good job with the UN for the past 10 years. I was making money more than the president and all his cabinet combined in Sierra Leone. But you know what? Money is not everything. Yes. Money is not. For some of us who are working in a small, within the metropolitan area, what I was going through, you cannot understand. Let me tell you one secret about the UN. When you're working for the United Nations, you travel, you get to, let me say, Kosovo. You meet somebody, say, hey, this is my friend, Mr. Dinkol from, oh, Mr. Dinkol, how are you? Where are you from? That's the first question they ask. And when you say from Sierra Leone, oh my God, man, you people are violent. Man, you people chopping hands and 6 year old men. That's what we went through. You may not have gone through that. But we went through that. I had 4 fights. Father, I didn't punch anybody because I didn't want to lose my job. But I remember the French guy who told me that you people are violent. I said, listen, we didn't commit the atrocity in the German. We didn't use Hiroshima and Nagasaki bomb. So don't think a bunch of things at me. Look at where you came from. So I fought 4 battles verbally with some Europeans who tried to forget their history and try to make us the scapegoats. Why? Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, my 30 years, February 7th of this year will be 30 years in America. I learned one thing, love of country. You all have been here since September 11th. You want to witness the love that these people have for their country. Why can't me and you have the same love for our motherland? Why? Let's forget about political party. You know what? I'm begging you, go home. It is only in America, in England, and in Paris we are talking about political party, about tribe, about nonsense. When you go to the amputee camp at Aberdeen Road, you see a Timini man and his Mende wife with one hand. They're telling you that, listen, when the rebels came, they did not ask you what tribe you belong. They just kill you or cut your arm. You will think about this nonsense of tribalism. Tell them. Let me tell you what happened at the Bonn Convention. We have this notion that SLPP is a Mendema party. That nonsense is gone. The Northerners came to Bonn with 7 buses loaded and 21 cars. When they entered Bonn at 11 p.m., we thought the rebels have invaded Bonn because they have never entered into Bonn. Rebels never stepped their foot in Bonn. Let me tell you this. The people were standing at the edge and said that if you come here, you have to wipe us. So rebels never stepped in Bonn. If you go to Bota, it's impressive that in Ifita, they have 24 hours rights. We don't have to do that. So when the Northerners were entering Bonn with their buses, we thought that the rebels are coming. We said, hey, what is going on? Well, you know what happened? The Northerners came to the SLPP convention determined that this party does not belong to Mindeman alone, this party does not belong to the South alone, it belongs to all of us, and they took part of SLPP back to the North. Out of 9 important positions of the party, 4 important ones went to the North, including the national organizing secretary of SLPP is now held by Okere Adam from Abuja. The reason why I'm telling you this is for us to forget about this nonsense that this party belongs to the give thanks to people from his two areas, like my uncle Alhaji Yunus and his wife, the Sanusis, and Mr. Zubairus, the Terrys, and all these other people who call their families back home and tell them that, listen, Shamsu is somebody trustworthy. Because when I went to Freetown, when I said I want to contest, people asked me, the first question they will ask me, what party? Now, I said, one of our brothers left Washington DC, I went to contest for presidency. The rest is history. Because the CUPP has turned into the coffin of his party and is nowhere to be found. But what I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, the situation in Sierra Leone has changed. That nonsense of I go to this party because they belong to this tribe is gone. Right now, it is two candidates for SLP, Mansour Doumbouya and myself. I have it on video. I'm sorry I cannot show it to you when they crowd us, and this is the hat that they give to us as SLP candidate for its two. APC cannot fulfill two candidates, so they only get one man who did not show up for the nomination, and that was Kemo Fadika. We did not see him at all. We don't know whether he's running or not. I'm not saying he's not nominated, or I'm saying that, hey, this is that kind of an appeal. Go for nomination. Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, I don't have any misquote me tomorrow. Because we got a good newspaper in the salon where they talk all that to it. What they say? Go for nomination. And then we say, all the candidates want to know what alone. All the candidates for this team want to know what alone it will go. We went to Waterloo 8 o'clock. We stayed there till 4 o'clock at the close of nomination. And APC people arrived. The 4 people, Kemo Fadika was not there. I know Kemo Fadika, even if he's blind. I mean, he was not there. The 4 APC people went into the presiding officer's office, and they came back out and they danced with us, like I told you before. And then they jumped in their people and went home. I did not see Kemo Fadika. I don't know whether he was nominated or not. Yesterday, I got Peter and said that the list is not out yet, so they don't know who was nominated. Johnny Paul's party, TLP. I mean, for you people who from Flatan, I'm going to give you a laugh. Johnny Paul's party could not find anybody to run. They are going around kidnapping people to run. I'm serious. They went and grabbed one of our own brothers, who you people will know by the name of Abubakar Denti. And Abubakar Denti is now, quote unquote, the candidate for PLP, Johnny Paul's party. But he was not taken there to be nominated, so I don't know what happened. You know, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you the reason why all this is happening. The reason, you're right, Sule is a Firestone man. But the reason why this is happening, all the political parties are in disarray, except the SLP. I'm serious. This is without any joke. We had a convention for 2 days. The convention went peacefully. We nominated all our candidates, all our officials, and at the end, we set up a motorcade from home to Freetown peacefully. APC had their convention, and they started slapping each other at the convention floor. Raymond Kaya was in Freetown, who led the delegation for APC from America. He was there. Tell him that I called his name, Raymond Kaya. Yes, he was in Freetown. He led the APC delegation. He was there. But he himself was so frustrated that he left Freetown with his PDs. He said, these people are not serious. I met him at SLA. Excuse me, I met him at SLA 2 days after the convention. He said, I'm checking my ticket because I have to leave on Friday. I'm not telling you a story. I saw talking to you as somebody who loves Sarah. We are blessed to have President Kaba today as our president of the country. You may not like the man, you may not like the party, but he is the most respectable African leader in the entire country. I can tell you this. Before I left Peter on Tuesday morning, when he was going for nomination, and he met, they were on television telling Sierra Leoneans that regardless of all our wars and adversities that happened for the past 10 years, our economy in Sierra Leone has grown more than 27 countries in Africa. More than 27 countries now. And we have wars. Now, I want you to understand, it's just like you, the husband, you are unemployed, your wife is unemployed, but your family is living better than someone who's employed. That's what it means. Okay? Why? Because I went to see the president myself. When I entered his office, the first thing he said to me was, I want to congratulate you for taking a bold stand as a proud Sierra Leone. Because, as I told you before, my job was a very good job, ladies and gentlemen. My wife asked me one question after I was on my way to board the plane to go to Peter. She said, let me ask you, you left the job at the UN because I have to be there. You cannot work for the UN and get international politics. You must resign. So I asked him. He said, how much are they paying you to be the work? I said, I tried to make it nice. I said about $300 a month. You know what? He said, now I believe that you all of Sierra Leone, that's what you know. So, when I said that, she just about being a former employee of the UN, helped me, congratulated me for making such a bold step, and said that I believe that there are people, Sierra Leoneans out there, who love this country and who would like to come and help better this country. And then you have the slogan, country first. When I was planning to get myself into the political arena, I looked for a slogan. I choose country first. Why? Because America made me realize that you have to love the country for everything. So that's why I choose that slogan. And when I went to Chicago, I presented him with a hat, facing hat, saying country first. He looked at the hat and said, how did you get this slogan? Peter Tucker just wrote a book about Sierra Leone and SLPP, where he said, I believe he said something like, we Sierra Leoneans have to put the country ahead of everything. So Chicago asked me, did you read the book of Peter Tucker's book? I said, no, sir. So it's a coincidence for you to say, to write this book at country first. And then Peter Tucker published a book a week ago and said, and put that you have to put the country first. So the president invited me to be present when he will be making his announcement that he will be running. Hello? Hello? We're in America. That he will be running for a second time. So I went to the meeting. I sat there with all the SLPP stalwarts and things, and he introduced me to everybody there. But the shock of the day, I don't prepare for that. The shock of the day was when he put his hat on and said that we are going to use this slogan, country first, as the theme of the SLPP convention and for the election. So we already won. We are a winner. We are a winner. I don't have to go to parliament to be a Sierra Leonean or to work for Sierra Leone. The reason why you are here this evening may be for shouting, but because you love Sierra Leone, that's why you are here. That's my conviction. You may be here because you care about me, but you do not care about me alone. You care about Sierra Leone, that's why you are here. It is time for us to put our partisan, our differences behind us and think for the betterment of our country. Ladies and gentlemen, you have So the other guy is a Japanese. The guy can't even speak English, not even Creole. But he opened his store in Twitter while me and you are afraid of even going home to be. That's it. What I want to bring to your notice, ladies and gentlemen, nobody will build Sierra Leone for us except us. When I was, let me have your undivided attention, ladies and gentlemen. When I was planning to go home, you all know how America is. It's not like in Sierra Leone where you can make a decision on your own, say, I'm going to do this, your wife don't have it. By the way, they have a problem in Sierra Leone. The women are now mobilizing and they're calling themselves 50-50. I'm serious. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you this. The president of this 50-50 is my niece, who has always been a pain in the you-know-what. Nimata Mahiri. She is the president of this 50-50. They have a program on television and radio every week. They said that they are tired of working and don't have no pay. And they have 150 women contesting in this coming election. But as I was saying, when I was planning to go home, I called my family and I explained to my wife and my kids. My wife was very, very concerned about the security. You know how you were now. She said the security, but the security goes with the pocketbook and the chain and all that little thing that goes with it. Okay? And my daughter Aisha and Ahmad, they are both college students. Aisha is at Lincoln, Ahmad is at Somerset College. They said their little thing here and there. But let me tell you what gave me the zeal to go back home. This was a message to me, but it was a message to all of us. My youngest son, Rafi, can you stand up, please? This 14-year-old man said to me, Daddy, can I say something? I said, yeah, why? I was nervous. I thought he was going to say, I've been playing basketball and you've not been here to go to my basketball game or to my football game. Little did I know how this boy was thinking. He said, Daddy, you have been to Somalia, you came back, you almost get killed, you get shot at so many times. You've been to Bosnia, you almost get killed. Now you're in Kosovo. I would rather see you go back and help your people, and if you get killed for your people than to get killed for somebody else. Ladies and gentlemen, that's why I went to Sierra Leone, and I don't even, let me not use the American word even there, but I don't even care if I die in this process, but I'm going to die for my people and for my country. What I want each and every one of us here to do tonight is to search your conscience. What have you done? What have you done? We have the hamburgers who are making $100 an hour. We live in luxury houses. We are driving the best cars. But your brothers and your sisters are going through hell. Why? Because hooligans. Sarah Leone did not go through war. If you don't know the meaning of the war, I work for the UN. Between war-torn countries. A war is when you have two military fighting against each other. That's what it was. What we had in Sierra Leone was violence, thuggery, thievery, thieves. I studied in Russia. I studied what they call revolutionary struggle. A revolutionary doesn't go and take your stereo and run away with it. A revolutionary don't chop the hands of the people. A revolutionary wins the people to his side so that he will have more power to fight against government. government said to me, he said, Bashachi, you have opened this community for me. They say that they go demonstrate, say they don't want ECOMOG. I'm not to ECOMOG, my man is not killer. That's what this man told me. He said, because they don't cut me hand, and they show it to me. Then they find out his 17-year-old sister, when he made me cry, they put the gun to the shooter. Now ECOMOG boss. So when he knows that I'm born, he will tell ECOMOG, this is what Pastor T. I have his name in my car. This is what our people went through. It is not because of trying. It is not because of being SLBP or APC or BMP. It's because they want to steal something from you and do anything to get it. The war of Sierra Leone was not a civil war. It is a war between the people with guns and the people that do war. That's all it was. But President Kabah and the blessing of God is bringing Sierra Leone back to normalcy. When we are rebuilding our airports right now, it's supposed to be open in May, and you will have the first-class airport. And let me tell you what I personally went to the Minister of Transportation, and I'm trying now to negotiate with SLA. I went to SLA office for us to have a direct flight from the US to Saudi. My candidacy is not for me alone, it's for our country, but you have something to do. Start organizing yourself so you can form small businesses and bring business to Sierra Leone. With my experience with the UN, no big company will go to Sierra Leone within the next 5 years because they want to make sure the country is safe before they will invest their money. In every country I've been to, only source of keeping the economy going is small businesses. We all get to 2,000. If 5 man take to 2,000, now almost like this, I don't take 1,000. But I don't take 2,000. And if you take back 10,000 days, if I give up, that whole boss will be on. For what? Matalo, Kisi, and Komokos. Each people they pay 1,000 euros. We will employ at least 5 guys. We will employ at least 5 apprentices and 10 people to employ. And we will employ 2 mechanics for whether the mechanic will do and 12 people will employ. For every 1 hour you employ that people you can at least 5 to 10 people that are employed. Now we do that because we can do it. We need to take our money to Sierra Leone and invest. And believe me, and the challenge is if that was they go up the door. For 1 year, the money and profit you make, no bank loan is going to be like this. I will challenge that. No bank loan will be like this. So let's start thinking about this. Form a group of 10. I have to talk to my brother and say, go. We may have money. Let's go and invest. Full of progressive union, Sakoma, Tegloma, Eloma, whatever Oma we have. Let's go home and invest. Because if we don't do it, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you this before I sit down. If we don't do it, by the time you go to Sierra Leone, other tribes, other nations, the Nigerians, the Koreans will take over the economy of our country. And you have nobody to blame except yourself. Lastly, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Mrs. Mushafa. So, and my niece, Ulayo. And, but I want to say this. Let us don't depend on the government to do everything in Israel. It's impossible. Let me tell you what you can do. You all belong to municipalities. You'll be paying taxes, probably giving fundraising to their municipal elections, whatever you may have been doing. Ladies and gentlemen, form a committee, go to your city council, ask your mayor, Mr. Mayor, here will they beg you. We know say every 6 years when they throw away ambulance. Every 6 years when they throw away fire truck. Let me tell you, we have only 2 fire trucks to do. Okay? And that is not a government priority. Let me not lie to you. So I don't now we have 3 situations from primary school to secondary school. Now, what the positive was the president gave them free education. They used to have this exam they call McCain. People can, the parents of Sahel have to decide between feeding his family or sending their children to school. The president, that should not happen. Let the kids go to school. And the kids are going to school now for free. But what I'm asking you for, ladies and gentlemen, go to your municipality, ask them. The old fire trucks, we need them in Sahel. The old ambulance, we need them in Sahel. Let them give it to you. You put your money together and ship them to Freetown. I am fighting right now so that we can have free taxation so that we will not have to pay any cost of duty. So vehicles like that, ambulances like that can go to Sahel for the interest of our people. Let's work towards that. Kennedy said it according to the Western media. But according to the politics that I read, it was this guy in Guinea-Bissau who said that, Cabral, thank you sir, who said that, don't ask what the revolution can do for you, ask what you can do for the revolution. When the Americans changed it and said, ask not what your country can do for you, but ask what you can do for your country. Ladies and gentlemen, Sierra Leone needs our help. All of you here have been in this country for too long, including myself. That's why I'm going home. I'm calling on you. Come on, let's go home. It is difficult to be home in America and they put you at the old folks' home. If you don't go home with your 2 legs, they will put you in a stretcher or wheelchair to go home. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all for your support. To me in particular, but to Sierra Leone in general. I want to commend people like Bob Thomas, who are the pioneers when we came to this country in the US in 1970, 71, 72. It was with the blessing of people like Bob Thomas. I've seen one of my comrade Bar. Comrade Bar, will you please stand up, please? Please let's recognize this young man. The reason why I say also recognize this young man is because when we came here, there we are ahead of us. They showed us the way not to go to police, but to go to school. You see, let's respect whom respect is due to, and let's honor whom honor is due to. A lot of our brothers today came from like, hey, we are at the open this back here, the next 17 $. When you cannot lift a block, what can you do with your body? At the big one and systems, brother. Do you have another people we need help? They're close to the one that feel to the times now and it's going to go over there, finish them. And go take out. When I said I go to the Department of Health, we can work on that. Then go take out, then go shame to the ear people. But important of all, Salon, then I can see. So I say me don't come back and go again. My ticket call for the 12th of April I for left here for London, the 15th of April I for left London for Salon. So me that come up so. And by the time that they can't, I don't know one step ahead of regardless of parliament or nothing. Because that's all that. People are not full like how they be full again. When people are very conscious of what is happening now. When stand there and watch the way they treat those people because they realize that they came from America, they came from England. But you know why? Some of them now they sell the same. When my boss allow put 15 chain, if they work on, you go inside 100 and 5 degrees weather. They sweat. Oh man, yeah. This is how we dress in New York. In New York, they die with hops. Then that small one, when okay, that's when they hold me back, we begin to like I say, we pass it. The reaction, they say to every action, there is a reaction. But do you? And the big one, because most of no one's there, like the mature people. Now this guy can't be what to. Now this guy can't be what. Example. If it's a lot, oh yeah, and because one of the video, I see people on the video. Mature people. Now they can't figure out what. But Mr. Balan, what? He said, I'm going to talk to 5 man or woman, we're going to listen, than 1,000 man or woman, we're not going to listen. I believe say if una take what I talk to una this next, una all get one friend and talk to them. Who come to the roof. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of my family,